What if I told you that you're just one hook away from doubling, tripling, or even quadrupling your YouTube views? You see, the most successful YouTubers and entrepreneurs that you see on stage or on the internet aren't just lucky or inherently fascinating. They know how to grab their viewers' attention right from the start, and they keep them hooked until the end. Because you could have the best messaging in the world that's actually converting your viewers, but it's all useless if you can't get them to buy in the first few seconds and they skip off your video before ever even getting to hear what you have to say. Even the best content can get ignored if it doesn't grab attention right off the bat. But I've got you covered, because in this video, I'm gonna reveal the top 8 hooks used by the best in the business. Hooks that can turn your videos from to must watch in no time. So if you're ready to stop viewers from scrolling past your videos and start racking up those views, let's dive into the top 8 hooks you need to improve your videos today. Our first approach to hooking the viewer is the fear, curiosity, or open loop. Now, this is a proven psychological phenomenon. Humans are wired to respond to fear and curiosity. These emotions are potent, and if you can stir them in your viewers through your titles and your opening headlines, you're more likely to keep them glued to your video. Let's take a look at some real-world examples. So check out this video from Alex Hormozi titled "Get Rich in the AI." Here, Alex brilliantly leverages both fear, because he hints at how the world is changing forever with the rise of AI, and curiosity, as the viewer wants to know what he's going to say about it. Or consider this impactful hook from Ravi Abuvala. Here, he's creating an open loop that makes you want to stay and find out more. And with this one, you can easily implement the strategy right now, using headlines like 3 mistakes keeping you from earning 7 figures, or never eat these 3 foods if you want to lose weight. Remember, your goal is to open a loop in the viewer's mind, a loop that can only be closed by watching your video to the end. Next up is using relevant and trending topics. Now, an excellent hook doesn't just grab the viewer's attention, but it also speaks to what's currently on their mind. Just like the example that we showed earlier with Alex Hormozi, where he played into the popular and future-forward topic of AI, you can do the same thing, riding the wave of what's trending to draw additional views to your video. Now remember, the key here is relevance. The trending topic that you're using should align with your brand and the message that you want to convey. So you can't just pick any trending topic because it's trending. It has to make sense for you and your viewers in order to be seen as authentic. Now let's take the music industry as an example of this. Suppose that you're an artist or a music channel. In that case, you could take advantage of upcoming popular song releases and do a cover of the song the very next day it releases. Why? Because that's when the song is trending. People are searching for it. And that's when your cover has the best chance of being discovered. You can apply this strategy to virtually any industry. So if you're in the tech space, you could create content around upcoming product releases, like the latest edition of ChatGPT, the iPhone, or Google phone. The idea is to be one of the first to talk about these hot topics, so that when people start searching for them, your video pops up in the search results. By tuning into what's currently relevant and trending, you can position your videos in front of an audience that's already actively looking for content like yours. Third, there's making a bold claim or promise. Nothing grabs the viewer's attention like a bold claim right at the start of your video. Now, this hook works incredibly well, whether it's a video sales letter, a webinar, or even an educational piece of content. What you're doing is making a big promise that implies that you're about to reveal the same steps for the audience to achieve those results as well. The trick here is to make a claim that's significant yet attainable. Something that stirs up the viewer's curiosity and makes them think, how can I achieve that? It's not about overhyping, it's about capturing interest and delivering on that promise throughout your video. Now remember, it's not just about making a bold claim, but backing it up with the content of your video. Now the hook is just the beginning. The value that you deliver in the video is what makes viewers stay and come back for more. Your bold claim should be the preview of the valuable content that you're about to share. Moving on to our 4th strategy, this is where we can inject a shock factor into your videos. This could be in the form of shocking facts, alarming statistics, or polarizing claims or questions. Now, controversial topics are a surefire way to attract attention here too. So let's look at this example with Leon Hendricks. His content often uses this strategy where he's instantly pulling in viewers due to its shock value. But here's the caveat. It needs to align with your brand and the content that you typically deliver. So remember, authenticity is the key here. While using the shock factor opening can boost your views significantly, it's crucial that you don't merely jump on a trend or a political topic or controversial topic just for the sake of views. It should align with your content and should not compromise the value that you provide to your audience. So a shock factor that fits naturally within your brand can truly hook your audience and keep them coming back for more. Fifth, we can use something that I call the common questions. All right, so this is essentially promising to answer a burning question that the viewer has always had. So you can start your video off by posing a question or simply saying, hey, this is a question I always get asked. So for example, you could kick off your video with something like, have you ever wondered if there is a real life limitless pill out there? Or in this video, we're gonna cover the answer to this question that I get all the time. You can also tap into the questions that you had when you were at this stage in your journey, which is often where your audience is currently at. Or you can anticipate their questions around specific topics in advance. So for example, let's look at this video with Myron Golden. He's addressing a question that someone just asked him recently in a mastermind, knowing that there are probably plenty of other people out there with the same question.
Hey there, YouTube, Myron Golden here, and today, while we were in studio, had somebody ask me a great question about justifying premium prices, right?
So him starting off with, hey, someone just asked me this question, immediately grabs attention as viewers feel that they're about to get an answer to something that they've been wondering as well. Remember, your aim is to resonate with the viewer, and what better way than answering their most pressing questions. All right, the sixth one has nothing to do with what you say, but what you do. It's the visual or scroll stopper hook. Hooks don't always have to be headlines or verbal or something that you say. They can also be visual. So this strategy can be incredibly effective depending on the platforms that you're posting your content on and the type of video that you're creating and the topic that you're covering. So think about it this way. On YouTube, when you hover over a video on the feed, it previews the first few seconds of that video. Now, if those initial moments can visually captivate the viewer, then you've won half the battle. The same principle applies to short form content. Our minds are primarily visual, and the first thing that we register is typically what we see. So by using a pattern interrupt or a visual hook, you can effectively stop the scroll and pull in more views. Now here's an excellent example from Parker Walbeck, who runs a filmmaking channel. One of his videos begins with visually appealing and cinematic editing transitions, which is precisely what the video is about. Teaching editors how to create these seamless transitions, as he calls it. So essentially, he hooks viewers in by showing them what their work could look like by applying what he's about to teach. Number 7 actually has more to do with the structure and setup of the entire video and not just the opening, but it's also incredibly effective to entice viewers and keep them engaged. It's the idea of using a challenge or comparison. This taps into our innate desire to see an outcome or to discover who wins. It's like a reality TV show where suspense keeps viewers hooked. So take this video on Grant Cardone's channel where Ty Lopez challenges him to increase his sales for the month. Or this one where they set up an experiment to see if the creator of the video can hit 100,000 views by using only AI to create a brand new YouTube channel. Comparisons, on the other hand, can be a surefire way to grab views, especially when combined with a relevant or trending topic. So you could compare products, services, software. Really, the possibilities are endless, but it's important to make sure that what you're comparing is popular among your audience. For example, you could compare a paid AI copywriter like Jasper to a free tool like ChatGPT. Or consider this video, again from Parker Walbeck, that got over 4.2 million views. In it, he's comparing a Red camera to the camera in the new LG smartphone, which was just released right around the time of his video. Now, not only does he leverage timing and relevance, but he also adds a shock factor by showing that a smartphone can hold its own against a Hollywood-grade camera. Videos built around challenges and comparisons are also highly shareable, which can lead to more views. Now, when we're making a purchasing decision, we often turn to YouTube to see how different products or services stack up against each other. And because of how useful these comparisons are, viewers are likely to share them, which can help your video reach a wider audience. All right, so our 8th and final hook for creating irresistible content revolves around the power of transformations. So we, as humans, we love a good transformation story. It's something that's deeply ingrained in us. We're inspired by the journey of change, the shift from before to after. It provides proof of possibility for us, and it gives us a dose of hope that, hey, we too could make significant changes. So you could use this strategy in any industry as well, and it can even be your own transformation story that you're telling at the beginning. So maybe it's a journey of how you went from struggling to successful in your field, or how you overcame a particular challenge. This type of content is not only highly engaging, but again, highly shareable. So take your case studies or your testimonials and turn them into transformational stories. Now you can do this by interviewing one of your own clients or students and tell their story, or you can simply showcase their journey for them. Now the greatest thing about transformations is that they can even be combined with other hooks for even greater impact. So you could add a shock factor or tie the transformation to a relevant or trending topic. To wrap up, remember the first 5 to 15 seconds of your video can make or break your viewer retention game. So start strong, avoid unnecessary introductions, and get to the meat of the content within the first 60 seconds. And most importantly, keep experimenting with these different techniques and see which one works best for you and your audience. Because at the end of the day, there's no one size fits all when it comes to creating a killer hook. So drop a comment down below and let me know which hook is your favorite, and make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.